Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy MMA Propaholic, and I'm back again with another breakdown for UFC 281. I will be breaking down Riddell versus Renato Moicano, as this is going to be a grappler versus striker fight. This is going to be a great fight, guys. This is the last fight of the prelims going into the main card, and we couldn't top off the prelims with this is a banger, guys. I'm really excited for this fight. As Moicano has 22 professional fights, Riddell has 13, and Riddell has 6 fights in the UFC, and Moicano has 13, as he started his career at featherweight and worked his way up to fight at lightweight. And I did like that move for Moicano, guys. He was beating tons of good 145ers and was facing good 145ers. He was just extremely done with the weight cut. Like, it was taking a lot on him, guys. Moicano's 5'11". Like, he was fighting at 5'11" in the featherweight. That's crazy. Like, that must have had to take a lot out of him. And I think it was kind of slowing him down in his fights at 145. Guys, he beat Cater by decision, which is completely impressive at 145. So it kind of shows that he could handle himself early in his career on the feet. And that was 4 years ago, guys. I actually started on tape on him when I started the Cub Swanson fight and then worked his way up to lightweight. Guys, what he brought against Cub Swanson when I first was watching Moicano, because my first time actually watching Moicano was against Fiziev, and Fiziev knocked his shit out. Like, I got into the UFC in 2020, so I didn't really watch Moicano before it, so I didn't really know what he brought to the table. But I didn't know what he really had. I mean, I knew he was from Brazil, so he definitely has a background in BJJ. And when I watched the Cub Swanson fight, guys, I was extremely impressed with how his fundamental jab is. He throws that shit straight, and he throws it very stiff too, guys. Like, he's very technical on the feet with his leg kicks. And he was building his confidence at 145 with his striking. And you guys have to know, Riddell is only 5'7". So, I think the average height of a featherweight is around 5'6", maybe 5'7", I would have to assume. So, Moicano's kind of used to facing these smaller guys and, pinpointing his jab in the direct location. So, he knows where his fighters are trying to move on the outside because they're trying to stay away from his grappling. So, Moicano likes to pinpoint the jab, and he was doing a terrific job against Cub Swanson in that fight. And when I think he got Cub down, I remember why I watched the transition about 3 or 4 times, because the way that Moicano took Cub Swanson's back, who is a BJJ black belt, guys, the way he transitioned from side control and got straight to the back. I watched him, he got the tap out and got the finish at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. If you guys want to go watch that finish, skip the 420 in the fight, because that's where he got the submit. He got him on his back that quick and tapped him out in 5 seconds. This guy's ground game was no joke to mess with. He's a BJJ black belt and has excellent transitions on the ground. And I'm going to get to that when I talk about the Jai Herbert fight, because that's when he really implemented it. In the Jose Aldo fight, big question for me is his coaches. He did a great job in the first round, being very technical with Aldo. And it's Aldo has, we know Aldo's takedown defense is terrific. I mean, Merab, I think Merab only got him down once. I could be mistaken. I think Aldo defended every single takedown. I mean, Aldo, my bad, guys. I'm getting Aldo. I was getting Sterling and Aldo mixed up. Jose Aldo was able to defend the takedowns very well, and I just loved what Moicano was doing at range. I mean, he's facing one of the best strikers ever in Aldo, who we know what Aldo's capable of. And Moicano fought a very good first round, guys. It was very close. As I said, what he did against Swanson, he was using his jab very good at range. He was getting it out there, making Aldo he was kind of making Aldo feel uncomfortable in the first round. Aldo kind of looked shocked a little bit in his corner, but you could tell, though, Jose Aldo was ripping his body, which Moicano was leaving wide open. And when Jose Aldo sees an out opening, guys, he's going to take it. And what I really hated from Moicano's coaching staff was, like, they said he could finish Jose Aldo, and they were telling him to go out there and finish him, which I was a little shocked because he did a great job at maintaining range in that first round. Like, it's crazy to say because I thought, like, after watching his first fight, like, I know he was hitting Swanson in the first round, but I didn't know that he was capable of keeping up with Aldo. And it's crazy because Moicano was a minus 135 favorite, which kind of shocked me when I looked at it on tape. I was like, damn, I'm like, he's minus 135 against Jose Aldo. UFC must really thought that he's going to be something. Which, yeah, he was. He was picking up great wins in 145. But his coaching staff cost him it, guys. Like, Moicano was walking in, and I think he went for a knee to the body where Aldo just ripped him with a right hook, and he got hit hard. And we know vintage Jose Aldo, what he's going to do. I mean, Jose Aldo got him right out of there. But I kind of blame the coaching staff on that one. I didn't like the call from them. And then he faced a Korean Zombie who ran the hell through him. I mean, it was only 58 seconds, but that just showed him Moicano is extremely chinny, guys. I think after the Jose Aldo fight, like, I'm not saying he gets a little bit uncomfortable in the striking, but like, I think he's very tentative of getting hit, and he gets a little nervous to like shoot any double legs because he knows he's gonna get cracked going in. So I think leading up to like the Jai Herbert fight, that's why he didn't shoot any takedowns. But I mean, he actually took down Demir, but Demir really wasn't like UFC like level in my mind. Like, he's not like a Korean Zombie. He's not a Jose Aldo. He's not a Cub Swanson. He's not a Calvin Kattar. So that's all the guys who Moicano faced before going into that fight, which Moicano showed what the hell he's capable of when he gets that body triangle and he gets your neck, because Moicano's gonna squeeze that shit and he could do it with one hand. Like, Moicano is ridiculous with that rear naked choke, guys. It's nasty. It's nasty to be around. It's nasty, and it's awesome when we like violence, because I'm a big violence guy on props. So I'm loving how I'm talking about it right now, and I can't wait to explain Riddell. Break down Riddell. And then Moicano went to face Fiziev, who I might be saying his last name wrong, guys. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at last names, but it was shocked me. Like, he was getting so comfortable on the feet against a world-class striking. Like his striking is no fucking joke, guys. Like, it's intimidating. Like, what he did to Dos Anjos was crazy in his last fight. He beat he knocked him out in the 5th round. It was impressive as hell, guys. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. And then I watched what he did to Riddell, and I'll get into that after. And I don't know, like, this is when I'm starting to question Moicano's fight IQ. Like, you got to take down so easily against Demir. Why didn't you even try to, like, trip up the leg or try to, like, wrap him up and try to get his back up against the cage? Because I think Bobby Green was even able to get his back up against the cage in the fight before that. So it kind of showed me, I don't know if Moicano doesn't watch tape on his opponents, but it kind of scared the crap out of me how he wanted to stand on the feet, and he paid for it. I mean, he paid for it, guys, because he got knocked out. But, I mean, I was watching it, and I'm like, this guy's actually holding himself. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're 3 minutes into the first round. I'm like, I want to see a double leg takedown in order for me to, like, really bet you in this spot. But he didn't even shoot a takedown, which really shocked me, because you're a world-class BJJ black belt. Why the hell do you not want a guy who's a world-class Muay Thai striker on the ground, and why do you not want him in a body triangle? It really made me question of, like, his fight IQ. But I know Jai Herbert isn't the greatest fighter ever, guys. We know. His last fight against Nelson, I was screaming at my television, having violence in that fight. I lost big units on that fight. I was extremely pissed off. I mean, I think the whole community was pissed off at Jai Herbert, but we watched that fight, and Jai Herbert's, like, I would kind of compare Jai Herbert's fight style to Riddell, but I would give Riddell's takedown defense way more. Like, it's way better, and the striking's kind of better. But what I'm trying to say is that Jai Herbert's more of a striker than, like, an all-around MMA guy. Like, he doesn't really shoot takedowns, doesn't really have a submission game. Like, Riddell, like, I'm basically saying Riddell's more better around, but Jai Herbert's more of a striker. But, like, what Moicano was able to do in this fight, which I'm going to go to the stats because I do think this is extremely important going into this fight because this also was 2 fights ago, guys. Like this fight was in 2021 of May. June, my bad. So this was very recent. He shot 2 takedowns and was able to get 6. Oh no, what? Whoops. He shot 5 takedowns. I remember this whole fight, guys. He was standing at range with Jai Herbert, and he was actually kind of cracking him on the feet, but it was the same takedown every time, which Jai Herbert couldn't stop. Like, he was just tripping the leg with underhooks every single damn time. I mean, Jai Herbert, it was the same takedown every single time, man. He got him down so easy. You weren't showing resistance, but back to, like, the control of Moicano, he wasn't really getting any control time going into that fight, but what he did, he got over 455 seconds of control time and was able to get Herbert out of there in round 2 in the last 26 seconds. But the way that Moicano just kept getting him down and transitioning to top mount, it was impressive. But I remember Felder saying, like, oh, he's going to go for ground and pound. He wasn't really going for ground and pound in the first. Like, he's what Moicano likes to do on the ground. He likes to throw a couple hammer fists on the ground, but what he really likes to do is he loves to make his opponent make a mistake. Like, he's waiting on you to give him the back in 3 seconds, because if you even, like, try to move your back, if you are, like, laying on your side and you want to, like, try to get out and you're just suffering in the position, because being on top mount position and just getting pounded on, just controlled, it's just, I have never had fought an MMA fight, guy, but it has to be dethroning as hell. It has to be so dethroning. I mean, it's crazy. Like, Jai Herbert he moved his back. He wanted to get up in the last 26 seconds. He made a mistake. Moicano got him the hell out of there. He got him out of there as soon as he gave him the back. It was the first time he gave him the back in the whole fight. And it was impressive as hell. What Moicano was doing on top control in that fight, it was dominant. I understand it's Jai Herbert, but we really have to look at this going into this fight, guys. Because this is a grappler versus striker, so it's very important. And it's important on a violence bet that I'm really eyeing right now, and probably most likely going to hit probably going to hit it for big units. I might hit it for 1.5 to 2 units, so I really like the spot. But back into breaking down Moicano. Alexander Hernandez, great fight. He beat the shit out of him. He beat the shit out of him on the feet. It was a great fight for Moicano. He was landing his jab. His jab looked better. His striking honestly looked better than ever in this fight. I know this is Alexander Hernandez, but guys, he was able to land like a 7-punch combination and able to get Hernandez down to the ground, which he almost did get the knockout. But once again, guys, gave the back up in seconds and he paid for it. And then Dos Anjos, I don't even have to break this fight down, guys. Oh, Moicano. I understand, man. You want to feed your family and everything. I respect the hell out of you for taking this fight. But holy God, man. 50-44. I mean, this guy, guys, I don't even want to recommend anybody going watching this fight because it was violent. Like, Moicano got the crap kicked out of him, guys. He lost. It kind of looked like an old WWE Hell in a Cell match. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, Bad Blood, 1997. Like, it was like those elbows that Dos Anjos was landing on top mount was reminding me of the chair shot that The Undertaker paid back Shawn Michaels. Like, it was disgusting. Like, Moicano just got beat up, guys, but I can't compare Riddell to Dos Anjos, but now I'm going to go to Riddell. So now we're going to break down Brad Riddell. And I hope you guys are liking the way I'm doing this. If not, and you guys want me to do this shorter, I'll do it shorter. But I want you guys to know everything that I'm seeing on tape, because I want you guys to if you guys don't like my bets and you guys want a reason to bet Moicano or want a reason to bet Riddell, I want you guys to know every single reason of why is the best reason to bet them and what's the best reason to not bet them in the spot. So I hope you guys are liking how I'm doing this, because I really love sitting here and breaking down this film, because it's more opening to me and making me think of more better bets to make and to not make stupid decisions. It's better to hear Al talking about it. What I do like, Riddell has fought the tough. He's fought some tough strikers, guys. Jamie Mulcaroy, oh my God, that fight was a banger. Riddell and they threw down, guys. Riddell is so good. He's so good at throwing off his back foot. Like, I love how Riddell throws combinations off his counter strikes. It's very impressive with all the hook shots that he's able to throw. I love the Alex De Silva. He actually beat Mustafayev, which was extremely impressive. Mustafayev, we know hits like a truck, guys. Mustafayev was able to take down Riddell in that fight, but Riddell was able to get right back up to his feet as Riddell actually has 62% 62% takedown defense. That controlled 23% of the time. So he kind of shows that he can get taken down. In the Alex De Silva fight, Alex De Silva was able to get him down in like the first round, but after the second and third round, De Silva was extremely gassed, and Riddell was able to just pour it on him. I love what Riddell brings with being a city kickboxing too. He's very good kicking at range, and he's extremely good with his striking too. I love what he brings. The Drew Dober fight was a fucking banger too. That fight was what he was able to eat in that fight. Like, I think Riddell got knocked down 2 times in that fight. I don't really think they recorded it, but he did get knocked down twice in that fight. I remember Dober really rocking him in the first round, and Riddell was able to fight back and bring the pressure. Like, guys, when Riddell's moving forward and he's doing the pressuring, he's winning his fights. But in his last 2 fights against Fiziev, which, I mean, he's a world-class striker, and he was showing how good his striking was in that fight too, guys. Like, he was a pick'em coming into that fight, which is extremely impressive to me. Which the bookies were showing him respect, and they're showing him respect again in this spot. I loved what he did against Fiziev, but I didn't like how he was sitting on the back foot. Like, he wasn't doing the pressuring. I felt like if he did the pressuring more, that he would have been way better in this fight. He was extremely good on his back foot and throwing combinations and kind of kicking the calf, but I like Riddell when he's pressuring more. If he's not pressuring in this fight, he's going to show himself to get taken down. Like, a 62% takedown defense, like, it does show me that you can be taken down, and Jalen Turner rocked Riddell. Riddell shot a bad takedown, and you do not want to be doing that against Moicano, because Moicano is going to grab your neck in seconds, and he's going to tap you quicker than Jalen Turner did. I will tell you that right now, Brad Riddell. You do not want to go on the mat with this guy, because if you're on the mat with this guy, you are going to hate this is going to be the most, look, Brad Riddell, you're going to hate 15 minutes of this fight. If you get taken down by Moicano, you are going to be in a body triangle, and it is not going to feel good at all. It's not going to feel good because Moicano is threatening in the body triangle, and Moicano is very chinny, guys. We know Moicano can get knocked down. Brad Riddell has faced extremely tough strikers, guys. Like Mustafayev, Jamie Mulcaroy, Drew Dober, Fiziev, Jalen Turner. I know that fight was only 44 seconds, but he has faced way better strikers than Moicano. Guys, we're getting a grappler versus striker, and we're getting -120 on the fight doesn't go to decision. Moicano, 61% striking defense, but we know it's not really like that on paper. Like, we know he gets hit, and he got hit in his last fight extremely, and the fight should have been called. And I know Brad Riddell's been going through tons of decisions, but guys, he's going to decisions with people who have really never been finished, and these guys have been finished combined in 6 of their 7 losses. And we're getting once again, it's grappler versus striker. So what we're getting here is extremely good value on violence. The under 2.5, I don't mind at -108, but I'd rather have that extra 2 minutes because we've seen Riddell pick it up in the last minute. He almost finished Alex De Silva in the last minute of that fight, guys. He was extremely close, and he almost finished Jamie in the 3rd round as well. Brad Riddell has great cardio, guys. Moicano does too, but if this fight's on the feet for 15 minutes, I think he's in deep shit. I think he's definitely gonna get cracked if this is on the feet for so long and Moicano gets comfortable. But either way, guys, violence in this spot, even if Moicano gets comfortable on the feet, he has such a heavy chance of getting clipped. If Moicano gets Riddell down, it's such it's such an advantage for Moicano on the ground, and it's not. I wouldn't say a crazy advantage for Riddell on the feet, but for a whole fight, if it lasts on the feet, it's going to be intense for Moicano. I love violence in this spot, guys. I think violence is the play here. I'm definitely going to be playing it, but shitty DraftKings giving -150. I don't like that line, so I hope Caesars or FanDuel gives a good line. That's my bet here. I'm picking to win this fight. This is a pick 'em, guys. This is a tough one. Shit. If Moicano can get him down and he can win the first round and kind of like avoid the power shots on the feet, I think this is a great spot for Moicano because he's like Riddell has 62% takedown defense. It's shown he can get taken down, and he made a bad fight IQ decision shooting on Jalen Turner like that. We know Jalen Turner's arms are just completely lengthy as hell, and he's tall for the division. Why would you? I mean, it's desperation, it's instinct, guys. He wasn't really thinking that, like going into the tape of that fight. Oh, if I can crack him, I'm gonna shoot a takedown and get him down right away. Nah, he did that off instinct, guys. So yeah, I do like the spot for Moicano though. Do love the fight doesn't go to decision. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy the breakdowns. Follow me on Twitter at MMA Propaholic, and comment on what you guys else want to see, what other kind of videos you guys want me to do. I'll be down to do whatever. Hope you guys have been enjoying the breakdowns. You guys enjoy your night, and peace out.